before we get into the collective reading, I want to, if you are new to this whole Lionsgate portal thing, I hadn't even heard of it till 2016. So really, it's like 5 years old to me now, still relatively new. Here's the current list. But basically, there it goes again. Let's see here. A little pineapple juice. Okay. So the Lionsgate portal is a magical manifestation point. It is a time when the veil is very thin. It's one of the, if not the most auspicious day of the whole year, because the sun and Sirius, well, okay, so I'll see if I can articulate this correctly. So the Orion's belt, those 3 stars in the sky, which I have, boom, boom, boom. There's my Orion's belt. This one is a little lighter colored, but boom, boom, boom. I have Orion's belt, which is interesting because directly down the second brightest star in the sky is Sirius, if I'm not mistaken. But Orion's belt, if you follow it straight down, there's a really bright star, which I have on me. Orion's belt, like directly, exactly points right to it. Look at that. So there's my Sirius mole star, and this is one of the darkest moles I have on my body, which is really interesting. But I always love, if you have moles or freckles, they really do act as some sort of navigation map. It might tell you like parts of where you're from, stuff like that. You're getting new birthmarks as well. Yeah, this is just, some people say like fungus or mold toxicity can cause new moles or sun exposure and what have you. But sometimes there's a more spiritual reason for these things to come online or come on deck, which is really interesting. But this is an auspicious time when Sirius appears even closer to Earth than it normally does. And the sun lines up, or the pyramids line up exactly with Orion's belt, those 3 points, those 3 main pyramids of Giza. And the sun is in alignment as well. But in Western astrology, that is considered Leo. But when you're actually looking up with your eyeballs up into the sky, this is actually taking place in the constellation of Cancer, or more to the point, the nakshatra of Ashlesha, which is found at about 21 degrees Cancer for Vedic astrology. But for Western astrology, you want to kind of fast forward about 24 degrees, which would put us at about 16 degrees of Leo. So whether you follow Vedic astrology or sidereal or Western/tropical astrology, this breakdown is still going to resonate for you, because I'm breaking it down for both aspects. So no one's being left out here at all. But what's really cool about this awesome Lionsgate portal is there's also a new moon coinciding on the very day, 8/8, tomorrow. It's going to be so magical. I mean, new moons are already a very magical time where it's such a great time to set new intentions and, just really start a new project and, kind of maybe ruminate about what has passed so that you can now plan for something new. It's really cool. Oh, your Mars retrograde and midheaven are conjunct Sirius sits in Cancer, both in tropical and Vedic. Yes, that is very cool. Very, very cool. My moon in the Navamsha chart is in the 8th house, directly conjunct Sirius. So, and I do believe that is in the nakshatra of Mrigashira, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. No, I don't think it is. Maybe it's not Mrigashira. For some reason, I thought it was. No, that's the Pleiades. It was my something else. I'm going off target and going off track anyway. But let's just see what you guys are saying before we then kind of dive into what this Lionsgate energy means, and then we will do the collective reading. I kind of broke down what it is, then we'll break down what it means, then we will get into the collective reading. But I just want to make sure I'm keeping you guys along for the ride, just so that I'm not leaving you behind. Hello, Vicky. I think I said that already. Ethan, Jillian Thomas. Yes. With divine timing, wonder what they'll say to us today. Yes, it's going to be awesome. Magical Indigo Adult is here. Welcome. The vibrations have been wild, Peekily. You are right. Oh man, 1 minute I am just buzzing with energy, and the next I'm so spent. Like I gotta find bed now to get a nap in, even if it's a 10-minute nap. Like it just takes. I keep telling my husband, it's like I just got taken out. Like I have no choice but to listen to my body and go relax, or at the very least, just stop the pushing through of trying to get this done or that done, or I just gotta bring it back down. um, yes, it is time to get to work and keep up with the list. Ethan, you are so sweet. And Ethan, don't forget to add yourself to that list for helping me out. I just want to be able to do that to say thank you. I hadn't heard of that until a few months after I got married on 8/8/2020. Oh, happy almost anniversary to you, Sama. It's your favorite number, and that's why you picked it. Very cool. Orion's belt. Yes. I actually have Orion's belt depicted in like 4 different locations on my body. So like from a very young age, I was always very attracted to that part of the sky. I would always look up to Orion's belt when my mom sent me out into the winter night to go get wood to keep our fire going for the whole winter. And I was terrified that, not that like some boogeyman would come get me, but I was scared of wild animals because we do live kind of at the base of a mountain, where I grew up. I'm still in the mountains, but more in the valley-ish. But man, I would look up and just feel that protection from Orion's belt. And I didn't even know what it was that young, very, very young. I didn't know what that was, but I just felt so calm and like called to that part of the sky. Yes, okay. And why am I getting so many new birthmarks? Yes, we kind of talked about that a little bit. Me too. I was wondering if I had forgot those birthmarks or they are new. It could be a little mixture of both. Who knows? Let's see. Just want to make sure. So tired and emotional too. Yeah, emotions are really running high. So we will probably have to break a card out of that Moonology deck. That really helps us know, especially with these eclipse, new moon, full moon, portal energies. The Moonology deck really aids us in letting us know what's up. Thank you very much, Amanda. I'm sure there's Orion's belt influence in your astrological chart. Yes, there is. And I had at one point figured it out. Oh no, right. That's right. It's my midheaven as well, Cancer. But I'm at 14 degrees of Cancer midheaven, if I remember correctly. And my Venus in my Navamsha chart is in Cancer, in directly conjunct my midheaven. So your midheaven is kind of your persona or your personality to the world, which is mine is Cancer, which is very nurturing, intuitive, motherly. I just want everyone to be happy and everyone to be friends, which really does align also with my Libra ascendant, with that Venus is typically placed in Pisces, which is kind of a similar energy to what's going on in Cancer. But then in the Navamsha chart, my Venus moves into Cancer. So it really solidifies kind of what you see is what you get. Who I really am is kind of my public persona as well. I can't separate the two. Here it all is. I'm just letting it all hang out. But Alyssa Sharp, she is currently doing a Midheaven series. And I'm excited. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. I'm so excited for her channel. I don't know her personally, but when I first got into astrology, her videos really helped me. Alyssa Sharp, I just wrote it out if you guys want to check her out. She's doing a whole series on your midheaven and how to kind of brand yourself using your midheaven if you have some sort of online presence or business that you want to get off the ground. That's really going to help you people feel connected to you in that way. I'm getting off target again. Look at me go. Okay, so we're going to get into the fact that this is a almost doubly powerful Lionsgate portal. And again, I said it was a very lucky day, really great day to manifest on either a new moon or Lionsgate portal, but you marry the two together. Powerful manifestation point. So one thing that's really been coming across my awareness lately is the fact that I am very easily pulled into, like, if I'm scrolling on Facebook or, just hearing other people's conversations where I go, the topic of conversation, what's going on in the world, this illness that's going on. And I often find myself triggered or just kind of going down this like negative spiral of, oh no, they're trying to control everything we do. And, just all the negative emotions that are attached to that. And I have to bring myself back to center to remind myself that there is nothing new under the sun with what these controllers are doing. It's the fact that now there's so much light on this planet that their, what do you call it? Their motives, their agendas are on display in lights, and it's easy to see for those who are awakened. You can see what they're planning and plotting a mile away. There are still a lot of people who are asleep, or that almost has become a derogatory term. I don't really want to say, oh, you're asleep, or you're, the big thing people call each other is you're a sheep, or you're a sheeple, and it's like, it's not very nice, because we were once asleep and sheep and sheeple, am I right? So it's like, let's just hold space for everybody wherever you are, awake, unawakened, whatever, wherever you are. Let's all just hold space for each other, because we're all in this together. We're all going up that same mountain. Maybe we're taking separate paths along the way, but we are all on that same mountain. And to deny one's path is to almost just deny your own as well. But yes, we are meeting with that triggering and that just almost, it's like where your attention goes, energy flows. That's a really common saying, but it is so true in these times, because would we want to waste this amazing manifestation portal that we are being gifted to, or gifted by the universe? Would we want to waste this worrying, having anxiety, feeling depression? Of course, if these emotions are coming up for you, allow yourself to feel them, but don't attach to them. That's the important thing. Always honor what's coming up for you. Don't try to spiritually bypass, or that toxic positivity where you're like, oh, I can't think that right now because I don't want to manifest bad things. So love and light, love and light. Like, that's not going to work either, because you're bypassing a lesson that you have presented to you. So feel, cry, scream, laugh, jump around for joy. Whatever it is you're feeling, allow yourself to feel it, and allow your body to get involved, because your body's the one that is raising the vibration, or raising in vibration, I should say. So if you don't want, okay, how do I word this? Consent. Everything you are experiencing in your external world, that includes everything going on the world stage right now. It includes everything, every agenda at play, everything. You are giving consent to that when you put your attention, energy, and effort into it. Yes, we do have to stand up for our rights and our freedoms. Just Sandy, you're a holdover from last Wednesday, so you are already on the list. So don't go anywhere. We're going to honor that donation you sent last Wednesday. Thank you. But okay, yes, it is important that we stand up for our rights and our liberties and our, freedoms. It's important, but it's not at like us dying on the sword of what we still have in our lives. So you can look at all these, scary fear, doom and gloom things that are going on the news, or that people are talking about, like, oh no, we're going to need passports with this thing to be able to go anywhere and do these things. And, we can easily, as human beings, get sucked right in, because that fear-based line of thinking, those underlying fears that we've probably had for lifetimes come up, they rise up, and we get triggered. But these triggers are actually gifts, because it's helping us to see what needs healed within us. And many of us, so many of us, have this persecution. I can't say this, or I will, be killed, or I will be silenced, or I will be shunned. I can't do this, or, all of the above again. But this is the lifetime that we can finally speak our truth and stand up for what is right. Again, where your attention goes, you are consenting. So if you don't want the world, what's playing out on the world stage, to become your reality, quit giving it your attention. That's not to say, again, spiritually bypassing it, oh, everything's fine, as, I'm sure that, I don't want to compare this to, say, the Holocaust or something, because it's different. But the lines of thinking of, you lose this freedom, then this one, then this one. It's like a snowball, and it just goes. Like, where do you draw the line? And that's kind of the territory we're getting into. And, if they had taken everything away all at once, of course, everyone would have stood up and said, no, we can't have this happen. But, there's that saying, or that parable of the boiling frog. You just slowly turn up the heat, and then the frog boils without realizing it has gotten too hot. That's kind of where we're at right now. Many of us who are awake, though, have already jumped out of the pot. We're like, no, not for me, not going to do this. But, again, there is this fine line that we are walking between consenting by giving all of our attention and, falling for that trap of anxiety and fear and all of that, is so that trap is so masterfully crafted by these, I don't know what you want to call them, controllers. That trap is so masterfully crafted, but you know what's even more masterfully crafted? Your soul, your higher self, spirit, God. That is so much more masterfully crafted because it is truth. What is not truth are these traps that have been laid. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And many of us, I got chills again, many of us make our fears so much bigger in our heads, or we can even feel it in our bodies. And when we just really, turn off the news, or, stop listening to everybody's fear porn and doom and gloom, we just kind of turn it off. We go within. We look around our immediate environment. Are you in danger now? The answer is no. Celebrate that. Celebrate that so hard. Get out in nature. Do something you enjoy. Do something creative. These are ways. The opposite of war is not peace. The opposite of war is art. So create something. We are creator beings. Even if you suck at drawing or suck at singing, do it anyway, because this is how we fight back. Our weapons don't have to be swords and guns and violence. Our weapons are our words and our intentions and our love. This is what we're here to do. I got chills again. Here we are. But yes, this is what we're here to do, to rise above these fear traps that are not real. They feel very real. They look very real. We see other people on, the news and YouTube videos, experiencing things that are maybe some of our greatest fears, but that does not mean it's true for us, right? So we can't, and I'm talking to myself as well, because I have taken that bait over and over and over again. The last probably 2 weeks, I've really gotten sucked into some truther channels that are like, if we don't act now, everything is gone and doomed. And that's not what I'm here to do, is to go down with this ship. I'm here to rise above it, and so are you. So we all can fall for these traps, even though we know they're out there. We can still fall for it. So try to use your beautiful Lionsgate portal not to fall for these traps, right? We're all going to try together. So what else do I have here? So again, going back to that whole manifestation thing that I went off on that fear tangent with, but I think the fear tangent was an important piece of this, because we don't want to just pretend everything's okay, because really it's not. It's so not. But that doesn't mean we can't make it okay. With the tools that we have and the resources at hand, we can make a lot out of that, right, guys? But with this powerful manifestation portal that we are in, ask yourself, maybe get a pen and paper, write down, what is it you want to create? What is it you want your life to look like? Set some intentions. Connect to that higher aspect. Instead of just thinking, a lot of times as humans, when we think of the word manifest, we're like, ooh, I want a dream home. I want a new car. I want a beautiful relationship, which these are all great things. But one of the best things that we can really manifest during this time is an enhanced connection to our higher selves, because the veil is very thin. We can set that intention. We can use crystals. I might even pull a couple crystal cards for our collective to really feel like, what crystals do we need to really aid us through these shifts and these energies and the big changes, because this is another transition point, another merging of timelines and raising of other timelines, where you can jump from one negative timeline to a really positive one, right? So connect to your higher self, because when you can connect to more of your higher self, you won't have to worry about falling for all these fear-based traps, because your higher self knows it's all a game and that it's not going to bother you or affect you anyway. So why even give it any iota of your energy? Because your higher self knows a lot more than the ego self or even the human body part of us knows. So set those intentions, and really set that intention to connect more to your higher self, to bring more of that higher light online, so that you can utilize that to go about your everyday life as well. That can be a big thing that you can do. What else? So ascension symptoms, of course, they are even more heightened right now, because we are in this, accelerated portal time where we can really take some leaps and bounds spiritually. So you may have some ascension symptoms again, like, I'm taken out, I need to go lay down right now, I need a nap yesterday. Listen to your body. Your body knows exactly what it needs to eat, to drink, to consume or not consume, not to eat, not to drink, how much rest it needs, what self-care. Even if you just feel like having some fun, that will really benefit your body as well. But plenty of rest, I think, is important. Plenty of water and just anything self-care related. And speaking of water, here we are. Yes, the ascension symptoms were kicking your tail, mine too. And many of us who are spiritually awakened, we can feel these Lionsgate energies, weeks before like the regular collective can. So maybe we've been feeling this for a couple weeks already. Even if you haven't, even if you've been really high energy, that can be another ascension symptom. They don't always have to be bad, right? Sometimes high energy is an ascension symptom. So if that's where you're at, ride that wave, do what you can. But yes, listen to your body. That is what's most important. So we've broken down everything. What is the Lion's Gate? What do you need to know about it? Let's get into our collective reading, finally, right? So let's just see what the main theme, we're going to use tarot to start. What is the main theme of this Lion's Gate for all of us watching here now or on the replay? What is the main theme of this, or what lessons is this trying to teach us? Let's maybe get two cards, a theme card and then a lesson card, because it's not all going to be love, light, rainbows, and ponies. Even though we wish it was, there are still lessons that we are learning or obstacles we're overcoming through this energy, because we can't just ascend without releasing some baggage or some heaviness, right? Okay, so theme first. Let's get a theme card, Spirit. Here it is. All right, the Eight of Pentacles. So look at this, and I'm really gonna get into this because this card, especially in this deck, really brings something extra here. Woo! And I'm gonna get back with your comments as well, because I like to see what you guys are saying. So what lessons? Let's see if Spirit has one or two. One, the Chariot. Okay. Oh, yes. And this really fits with what I was gonna say for the theme. Yes, I love this. So of course we'll get additional guidance through these oracle cards, but we're gonna start here with this, the main theme of this Lionsgate portal for all of us. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about continuing to put in the work, continuing to show up every day, even if you're tired, even if you're stressed out, even if things don't seem to be moving forward very quickly, you're still showing up, you're still doing the thing. And that is like, it takes a backbone. It takes some, for lack of a better word, I don't normally say these kinds of things on my channel, but Spirit's like, just say it. It takes balls, you guys, to be a spirit or a soul that incarnates on this earth. It takes major balls to be here. So you guys have some big ones. You have some big balls or some big ovaries to be here right now. Yes, I'm getting a little blushy and Spirit's laughing at me now, but that's what they're showing me. So big cojones. It takes big cojones to be here and to go through these things. And now I'm getting chills. But look at her. Whenever I draw this card in my regular readings, I see her, like, she's packed up her little apartment. Look, she's got all her magical witchy items, her amazing things that help her do her day-to-day tasks. She's got them all kind of lined up there, ready for some moving boxes. That's how I view this card. And she's moving out of this tiny little one-bedroom, even studio apartment to somewhere more expansive, somewhere more natural. Maybe she just bought some acreage, or she's moving closer to like a water feature or a park where she can really connect with nature. But look, she's got her fire lit, and she's here to put in even more work. Like, she's like, I'm just getting started. Are you kidding me? I'm ready for this. Let's go. So that's the energy, the theme. You're ready to really double down, dig in, and just okay, I got my battle armor on. I am going to power through what I need to. I'm going to take care of myself when I need to as well. That is part of being very smart and strategic in a battle, is to know when to pull back and when to, take care of yourself and rest up so that you do have the strength to continue on. So that's the theme of what we're working with here. You're literally moving out in a week. Yes, but so many of us as a collective, of awakened souls, we've felt these energies. We've already tapped into this. So we've listened to our intuition. I've got chills this whole time, you guys, this whole time. This is such a powerful and transformational portal for all of us. Woo! But yes, also the Chariot. So this is the lesson we're learning. Remember those timelines I was talking about? You can take the light or the dark. You can go down with the ship of 3D Earth, of the V passports and show me your papers and transhumanism and all these other agendas that are at play. I don't mean transhuman, like, trans people. I don't mean it like that, but like they want to turn people into like AI programs. Like that's one of the big agendas at play. If you didn't know that, there's some news for you. You can go down that road. We have the choice, free will. We can still decide one or the other at any point. But here we are. We can also choose the light, the white horse. We can choose to take a deep breath and realize it doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be so difficult. But of course, to release a lot of this darkness within us, this baggage from not just our childhoods and earlier in this life, but past lives and stuff that has been programmed into us. We have to release a lot of that before we can just jump up and look, she doesn't have like mountains of stuff, which we've been sold this lie as people that we need a lot of stuff to feel fulfilled. She's like, no, I got what I need. And, I need myself, my higher wisdom, my intelligence, maybe some books of wisdom, some tools for my craft, some plants, and what else is going on over here? Like herbs, apothecary type things, maybe some crystals and flowers. She knows what she needs. She knows she doesn't need 8,000 sweaters in her closet. She doesn't need the newest Gucci bag. She doesn't need, 50 pairs of shoes that she wears once and then never looks at again. She knows when she can travel with a lighter load, it's easier for her to move when the time is right. It's easier for her to know, okay, I'm shifting my energy this way. And of course, it doesn't always have to be physical items, because this clutter that we weigh ourselves down with can also be traumas and wounds from our past that sometimes it's just easier to close that really messy closet door and walk away than to have to actually pull everything out of there and be like, okay, what's really going on in this closet? Do I need this hula hoop? Do I need these Christmas ornaments? Do I need this tripod that I've never used? Do I need this wrapping paper when I've already got 4 rolls downstairs? Like, you start questioning these things. And of course, this is a metaphorical closet, though it can be literal as well. Do I need to still feel the way that my dad made me feel? Very small and insignificant, and like I don't matter, and like my voice or opinion doesn't matter. That's just an example. Do we need to bring these with us on this higher vibrational timeline? We do not. Many of us learned the lessons over and over again, or the lessons keep being presented to us over and over again. Maybe we haven't quite learned it yet, but we're in the process, many of us, of putting in the work to actually learn the lessons so that we can get rid of the thing. So in her instance, going through her home to be able to move, maybe she's opened a box of her toys from childhood, and she's got some really good memories from childhood, but she also maybe has some really traumatic memories from that childhood. And she's like, is this specific thing associated with more happiness or sadness? Or do I just have this nostalgia for it because I experienced it, good or bad? So just examining all the little things. It can be literal. It can be, things in a closet, things in your home, relationships in your life, habits you have. It could also be traumas from the past. We're clearing them, guys. So let's go to the Oracle. Let's see a couple crystals we can work with. Woo! Well, there's already some green coming on deck, so we know the heart chakra is very involved in this Lionsgate portal. Chrysoprase or chrysoprase, I never know if I'm saying that right. Allow yourself to receive. So there's that manifestation, just knowing, releasing those limiting beliefs. Maybe that's some of that work we're doing right now, is releasing some of these limiting beliefs to realize that we are amazing, limitless beings. So why shouldn't I deserve to live a good life? Or, insert whatever here. Allow yourself to receive. So this could be a powerful crystal to work with. I personally do not own any chrysoprase, but it's always kind of intrigued me. I love green crystals in general, so this one's flying out as well. And of course, lapis lazuli is here. It's always coming out when we need to make a decision. Chariot energy. We've got to decide. Where is it that we want our vibration to lie? More in line with the dark or more in line with the light? Make a decision. But lapis lazuli is an amazing and inexpensive stone that you can carry in your pocket or wear as a pendant in some way that will really help you tap into that higher aspect of yourself or your higher self. So I'm glad lapis lazuli is coming out to play as well. And it was really prevalent in ancient Egypt. Very good ancient Very good stone to work with, just to get in touch with your higher self and your spiritual gifts. All right, I'm going to go back and read some of your comments as well, but I just want to get through the oracle aspect of this. We'll probably get 2 from this deck. No, they're saying, yeah, no, they're saying 2, and then 2 from this deck, and then 2 from Moonology. Then I'm going to go back and read your comments, and then we're going to get started on the personal reading aspect of the Lionsgate Portal special. 35 minutes in, but I think we needed this. I think we really needed to just take maybe this first hour to really break this down, because this is such an important portal for all of us. I am going to be doing a few mosh pits thrown in here and there. I'm thinking 2 or 3. I guess we'll see how Spirit's popping in. Spirit's going to be the one to remind me, or not, if they do. All right. So look at this. We have wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven, which is interesting because that's very chaotic energy, comparing it to make a decision. This is like, make a decision. Decide right now. Figure it out now. Fast. Go, go, go. Do it. Do it. Just do it. But then this is saying, wait, make a decision. So this could be what I'm getting from this is you debating. Do I make the decision? Do I wait? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I align here? Do I align there? Right? So it's very dualistic. It's very Gemini energy as well, which I don't know that we have any current Gemini transits going on, but maybe you yourself have Gemini in your chart. Who knows? But yes, things are being woven. So maybe some of these things you are moving in the direction of. Just you show, like I was saying, even when it's hard, even when things aren't moving quickly, you're still showing up. You're still putting in the effort. You're still doing the work. And when it is time, it may not be time yet, but when it is time, you're going to be able to make the choice and move in the direction that is meant for you. And they just show me the 8 of Wands energy. It's very, very, very quick moving. So once, the universe has woven all the loose ends into place, things are going to start moving really quickly for all of us. However it resonates in your life. Again, you apply this, what we're getting right now, to your personal life. If it doesn't resonate at all, you don't have to fit it in. But if it does resonate, go ahead and fit it in. Well, I did say 2. It's funny because I was kind of like, do I do 2 or 3? Well, Spirit was like, here we are. We're getting 3 of these from the Starseed Oracle. So we also, yes, I love this. We also have the Blue Flame, Spontaneous Awakening, Activation, and Integration time. Yes, and the blue dog, the dog star, Sirius, is the blue. It's very blue, very associated with the color blue. Orion, I also really associate with the color blue as well. But Orion does kind of take place, so it's like the Pleiades, in your regard, because we're backwards on my camera. So the Pleiades, and then you've got the V, the little Taurus, the bull, and then you've got Orion's belt, then you've got Sirius. So it kind of spans from Taurus to Cancer. This section of the sky is what we're dealing with during this portal and moving forward from this portal. So yes, and Blu-ray souls, yes, absolutely. Blu-ray souls for sure are being heavily activated at this time. Those of you who are a Blu-ray soul, I've called a few of you out. You know who you are. Those of you who wonder, am I a Blu-ray soul? Go look up on Google or YouTube here, Blu-ray soul signs or symptoms or soul signs. Signs you're a Blu-ray soul. Look that up and you will see. Not Blu-ray like BLU, like the DVD player. No, it's blue like the color blue. Yes, and I myself am a Blu-ray soul. A lot of Lyran starseeds that I have come into contact with resonate with that blue as well. But lots of activations, lots of awakening. Even if you're already awakened, look at this. There's even more awakening coming online. It's like you thought you were evolved and awakened last month. You just wait for next month or where you're going. Remember, it's a work in progress still. We're still making our way. And also, Child of Cosmos, more blue energy going on, and lots of purple as well. So emerging from the throat, third eye, and crown chakra and above. So Child of the Cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So when you are feeling that fear, that anxiety, that stress, that depression of the state of the world and what could possibly be happening in the future, because remember, anxiety is worrying about the future, not being in the present moment, being in your body. Usually being in the body isn't what causes the anxiety. It's being all up in the head, right? So this is asking you to come back to yourself, to come back to the body. Because through the body, you can then connect to your higher intelligence, not just your mind that can be everywhere and all over the place, but connecting within that heart portal, that beautiful green energy we were talking about earlier. And then on the back of the deck, I think it's important to note, because it's right here, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. And your true north is your north node, or your Rahu energy, wherever that is in your chart. It's going to be different for each of you because you're all different people. And the north node, south node, or Rahu Ketu axis it shifts about every 18 months from sign to sign to sign. So you can look up your own chart to see where that is. But you are not for everyone, and it's okay. You don't have to have everyone like you. I know it's a thing for the people pleasers out there. I've called myself out as well. If someone doesn't like you, it has nothing to do with you. It's something about what they've got going on, or maybe they just don't align with you. That's okay. And also on the back of the deck, these two. I'm turning it over because there's too much good. Three more came out on the back of the deck. So the great severing. Yes. This energy, the split, the severing of energies, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. That's what we're going to do, because that darker energy really feeds in or leans into that Mars and anger and conflict and me and us versus them and me versus you. But the more Venusian, Venus or Mars is one aspect, and Venus is kind of the not opposite, but like kind of counterpoint of it. It's more softening to love, being more in the heart rather than in the root chakra. I mean, it's very important to be grounded, but not to live in the root and make your decisions from the root chakra, basically. So we also have a new Earth. Yes. It's happening. Keep holding the vision and also lifting the veil. That's what we're doing during this Lionsgate portal. The veil is lifting or thinning for us to see beyond. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. And maybe some of this conflict in your life is the things that you know aren't meant for you, but yet it's still too uncomfortable to leave them behind. Could be a relationship, a job, a place, a habit that we lean on because it's comfortable, even though you know it's not good for you. Like, right? We all do this. But this Lionsgate portal is asking all of us to step it on up and to face what we need to leave behind, because anything unaligned must go. And start questioning everything. Question your own belief systems, because I can guarantee even me, even I, Amanda, have limiting beliefs still here. I know I do. Many. I know I do. So we all do. So we need to start questioning even the things we believe about ourselves, about others, about the world, because we have not been told the truth on such a mass scale that almost everything we believe about history, about the actual existence of what actually went down on this planet before we got here, most of that is a lie. Most of it, if not 90 some percent, just so much of it is a lie. And when these veils are thinning during these portal points and eclipses, more truth is being revealed every day. And a lot of times, if we don't know the truth of anything out there, the best way to get the truth of anything is to go within and just find the truth about yourself. And then as you learn the truth about yourself, you start learning the truth about what's going on out here, right? Awakening is a very internal job. Oh, woo! I'm getting chills, guys. Okay, 2 more decks to get through. I figure we'll probably wrap this up about the hour mark and we'll dive right into the other readings. Barbie D says this reading is stunning. Wow, thank you. I'm just bringing it through, so you can thank Spirit for that as well. A little bit of juice from my throat. Okay, I think 1 will be sufficient from this deck, and then we'll read the back of the deck energies as well, Spirit. So let's just do 1 card. They tell me to speed things up, yet they keep giving me cards and cards and cards and cards. Okay, yes. Wow. Okay, back of the deck energy. We're starting here with the number 2. Beloved, radical acceptance. And again, inside job, radically accepting yourself first before you 2 can become 1, or 1 can become 2, or 2 can become 1. That's what I meant to say. Until a lot of us, we go searching for someone to complete us. And, that we can feel more complete in someone's energy. But until we're complete within ourselves, we're not going to feel that. We may feel that for a while in a new relationship, or maybe even reigniting in an existing or older relationship. We might feel more complete with the person. But when you can get complete all on your own, it's just like that added bonus of amazingness, just being with this person. So this Lionsgate portal is asking us to get that radical acceptance of ourselves. And as a result of that, we're going to have radical acceptance for other people, even those who aren't so beloved to us, those people we deem as our enemies, or, people opposed us in some way. We're going to start radically accepting them, realizing that maybe they're acting the way they are because they are in pain. And it has nothing to do with me or you or you or you. It has everything to do with whatever's going on within them. So the card we actually drew that wasn't back of the deck energy was the number 59, which adds up to 14, which adds up to 5. So big changes once again. Wailing tree, reconciliations. So we really are reconciling lost pieces of ourselves, those pieces of ourselves that as young children just playing and being free that got shut down. I'm seeing somebody who loved to sing as a child. You would sing all the time, and maybe you had a parent or a friend that's like, ew, you can't sing. Why you sing? It's gross. You can't sing. Maybe you had someone say that to you. I mean, apply this in any kind of example that fits for your life. But maybe something someone said or someone laughed at you at one point for something you were just doing from the heart, from your soul, and someone laughed at you and shut that down. You're bringing it back on deck. You're bringing it back online. You're reconciling those old pieces of yourself or those past versions of yourself that were love, that were purity. You're bringing them back on deck. That's so powerful. Woo, chills again. All right, one more card from the Moonology Spirit, and we'll probably get back to the deck energy as well. Oh, this one definitely wants to come out. Yes. Remember when earlier, you might have to scroll back to prove me on this, but I said emotions are running high right now, and that phrase alone was like, we're going to Moonology. The card that I envisioned, Spirit showed me in my head, is the card that we pulled. Super Moon. Of course, we're not having a super moon during this eclipse, or sorry, not eclipse, Lionsgate portal, but it can feel like a supercharged, super full moon because emotions are really running high, right? Look at that. Wow. Back the deck energy. Step out of your comfort zone. So there are 2 cards here asking us to step it up, step out of our comfort zone. Where's the other one? It's here somewhere. Yes, embrace your weirdness, face your true north, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Look at that. You can't make this stuff up. Wow. Yeah. So follow that beautiful North Node energy. Even if this Lionsgate portal is not happening anywhere near or aspecting your North Node, that's okay. Your North Node is still very important in everything you do. But if your North Node is in Leo or Cancer, per wherever this is going on, whichever one you subscribe to, that's even more powerful. Or if you have any planets, whatever house this Lionsgate portal, if you're following Vedic astrology, this will be your house of Cancer. If you are following Western astrology, this is at 16 degrees of Leo. So whatever house that falls in for you in Western. And then, what was it? My notes. Where's my notes? 21 degrees of Cancer, or the nakshatra of Aslesha. You can look to where this is happening in your chart. Personally, for me, this is happening in my 10th house of career. And, kind of, I guess the 10th house could also involve the father, but that's more 9th house in Vedic astrology, which is what I follow. But look, on the back of the deck, back of the deck, we got 16, which adds up to 7, which is that very spiritual number. Introspection, getting to the heart of the truth, self-knowledge from your soul. Empty well, time to replenish. I'm getting text messages. It is time to replenish. So again, listen to your body. There's still a lot of work left to be done, and this is a marathon, not a sprint, is what I just heard. So just take your time. If you need a time out, take it. Take care of yourself first and foremost. That is more important than pushing any deadline or trying to please anyone else, okay? Leveling up, party!